Good evening, everybody. Cobalt here. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is doing well. I am doing okay. Had an alright day. And now we are going to celebrate Valentine's Day, or Singles Awareness Day if you prefer, by playing some I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-looking good dating simulator. I'm actually pretty excited. It looks like it's gonna be fun. I've heard that this one is like 2 hours, so it's short, but hopefully we'll have a good time. And I've heard that that Hallmark did like a little short film kind of based on the same premise, which is honestly hilarious. Hold on, I'm gonna fix that. Just a second. I feel like my angle is off. No. And then you can see I've got my new Love Struck model. Got the blush and the hard eyes going on. You know, just something funny to do for the Valentine's Day stream. Maybe I'll make like a Cupid's arrow redeem or something to swap the model to the Love Struck version. I think it could be funny. I don't know. What does everybody think? Does anybody think that's funny? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But yeah, just opening up the game and just looking at Colonel Sanders. Oh man, he is fine. Let's get started, shall we? I have no idea what the plot of this game is, how things are gonna go, but we're gonna start from here. New game. Hey Bells, congratulations on the first. How are you doing tonight? Enter my name. John Jacob Jingle. Oh, I can't fit it. Oh, and sorry, that's not the name I want to use. Ignore that. That was not the name I meant. Cobalt. That's the name I meant. You didn't see anything else. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. We're gonna be romancing Colonel Sanders tonight. It's gonna be very romantic. Listen, you know, just the thought of him wrapping his strong arms around me and teaching me how to make chicken. Let's go. I don't know if you can tell. Does the model look different with the Love Struck version that I'm playing with? I just added a bit of a blush and then I did the hard eyes. Oh my, I know, right? Just makes my heart just beat so quickly at the thought that Colonel Sanders would do that to me. I hope he'll teach me the spicy recipe. I'm sure that once we get to this certain point, he will teach us the spiciest of recipes. But let's oh hell yeah. That all the chicken looks delicious. It's subtle but it's cute. Excellent. I'm thinking of making it a redeem, like a Cupid's arrow redeem or something, and then I swap to this version. Because, hey, I haven't added any new transformation redeems in a while. Alright, so we're waking up, we're looking at the room. What do we have? We have some jewelry. We have a computer, water bottle. We've got some hearts in the window over here. That's kind of cute. We have what might be a movie poster for something. I'm assuming it's Godzilla, but with just a giant chicken. And then we're supporting some sort of boy band. Okay. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. I was gonna play this. Hey Luna, how are you doing tonight? I just figured it would be the perfect game for Valentine's Day, but I went on a date with death instead. Did you end up making relationships at the monster prom? Hey Tanchi, how are you doing tonight? This game, I know, right? I'm so excited. I want Colonel Sanders to just wrap his strong arms around me and teach me how to make chicken, you know? Good, that's good to hear. I'm doing okay today. You know, I had an alright day at the office and now we get to romance the very fine Colonel Sanders. I don't know if you saw, but he looks, they prettied him up. He looks just very, very hot. I got turned down. Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that, Luna. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you can drown the sorrow of being turned down at Monster Prom in like chocolate or something. Also, you know what? If we're gonna be spicy tonight, I don't just want I don't just want Colonel Sanders to wrap his strong arms around me and teach me how to make chicken. I want him to treat me like a rotisserie chicken, as one might say. Listen, I had that joke and I just wasn't not gonna use it. I'm like, that's funny. You know, just spear me right through, as they say. Go, Vault. I'm perfectly innocent and say so. What are you talking about? There is no lewdness here. God damn it. I don't know. It's just a thing. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. As who says? My ears. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fill your ears with that filth there, Bells. Or you could wake up now. Now! Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Man, that alarm would just wake me up. I don't like it. Smack that clock. Up and at 'em. Throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. Well, listen, I've got to smack that clock up and at 'em because, you know, we have to stream Animal Crossing, right? My ears. The block alarm. Yeah, okay, let's hit the clock. We gotta get up and do our morning Animal Crossing stream, you know? I can understand that some days you just want to sleep in and not stream Animal Crossing, but that's against the rules. I'm sorry. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Hold on. UCSAL? The USL. I don't know. I'm like, are we getting an acronym? Is this going to be like a weird KFC acronym that I don't know? I guess not. It doesn't sound like it is. Unless LASCU, LAXU. I don't know. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. You need to take this serious. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. Listen, no, we need to be serious. We've already gotten up, and since we've gotten up, we need to stream Animal Crossing. Take this seriously. I better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth equals brushed. Hair equals combed. Pits equal deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. Oh my goodness. What about, like, you know, have I moisturized? Have I cleansed? What are we doing here? You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Wait, are we gonna do the anime running bit, you know, where it's like a piece of toast but with like a biscuit? Is that what the bit is gonna be here? Because that's hilarious. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Nom nom nom. Look at it, it's like giving off the steam and the rainbow aura. Apparently that must be a very good biscuit. Darn it. I wonder, do I have some frozen biscuits somewhere that I could break out and have one for breakfast tomorrow? Maybe. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know, I'd have to check to see if one's in the freezer. Granted, this is probably more of a savory biscuit than the one that I have is like a sweet biscuit. Well, it's not like super sweet, but it has like currants and stuff in it. It's pretty good. It's an old family recipe. I think there might be some sitting in the freezer. I will have to check. It is a possibility, you know? Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. You think they would call it by something. There would be some name that they would call it by. But who knows? Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. What do you think? Is Colonel Sanders going to get between the two of us? She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Aw, look at the cooking outfit. Look at the hat. She's got a little bow. She's got braids, glasses. Yep, she is very adorable. Wait, are we gonna have multiple options here? Is it not just Colonel Sanders? Is this like a branching game? Good morning, Cobalt! Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Yes. I want to learn how to cook at the University for Cooking Academy for Deliciousness, or whatever we're calling it. Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Guys, now the real question is, are we gonna go really anime about this? Oh, she's crying! Oh no, do we have an option to hug her? To comfort her? I'm sure you're great, Miriam. I'm sure you're great. But like, are we gonna have like the standard anime opening where we get invited to the school and then we have like the first day test where half of us get wiped out because we can't survive in cooking combat? And the people that are defeated get made into tomorrow's lunch. You know. It's called the Long Pig. Classic Miriam. Raised by her MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. That's right, we've got to comfort Miriam. Like, sure, we can think this, but we have to say something. Ever since we were little babies playing together, and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. Hey, that you know, as a child, we apparently ran into one of the dangers of adulthood, which are the Bermuda Triangle, quicksand, and possibly snakes, or spiders, scorpions. You know, those sorts of things. The things that are part of the real day-to-day problems of a working adult, you know? But with University of Cooking School, Academy for Deliciousness, famous 3-day only semesters. 3-day only semesters? What? So this is just like a weekend course that we're doing. It's a long weekend course. You know? I'm taking the Friday off to go to this seminar, and then I'll be back to work on Monday. University of Cooking School, Academy for Deliciousness. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. I have so many questions there. So many questions, and I'm not sure we're gonna get any answers about that. That's just gonna be something that's sitting out there in the world. And we're never gonna know how exactly Miriam chipped her tooth on a mannequin. Like, my god. That's just... what is that, huh? What is that? Hey, Guardian! Congratulations on the second. How are you doing tonight? Oh, and thank you for the stretch and hydrate. I definitely need to be prepared for my first day at the University of Cookingness Academy for Deliciousness. The first day for the rest of my life. Oh, and push-ups, eh? You know what? We're gonna do push-ups first. I guess you just saw. Did they pop up as new when I re-added them today? Is that why you were just on the ball there? I'm good. Just got back from a workout. So now you're making me work out, eh? I see it. It did pop up as new. Okay. I see. That's why I'm getting ambushed here so cruelly. Alright. I'm gonna do push-ups first. You know, we gotta make sure that we are in shape, otherwise Colonel Sanders won't love us. Otherwise, he won't treat me like a rotisserie chicken, you know? And that's just what I want today. Need to shower, so be right back, have fun. Thank you for dropping in and dropping all the redeems. I hope you have a good shower. Let's do those push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We got this. So strong. Thank you. Thank you there, Bells. Yes, I want to be ready for Colonel Sanders, you know? All right. Now we got the push-ups done. As always, if you want to join in and be happy and healthy together, and also in shape for Colonel Sanders, please feel free to join in. And if not, that's fine too. Maybe you just hate Colonel Sanders, and that's okay. Whew. Let's stretch up to the sky, way up high, and let's stretch to the side, and let's stretch to the other side, and let's stretch forward. Wah! Let's stretch the left arm over the body. And let's stretch the right arm over the body. And let's rotate those shoulders. 1, 2, 3. And let's rotate the neck. 1, 2, 3. And let's shake out those legs. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3. And then, I suppose we should hydrate. Because, you know, those herbs and spices, if you're not hydrated, they might dry you up. Alright. Push-ups complete. Stretch complete. Hydrate complete. It's all been completed, everybody. We've done it. Hooray! Okay. So let's find out. Maybe we'll find out more about Miriam, you know, breaking a tooth, kissing a mannequin. How much teeth is she using? Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Pep talk your best friend. Change the subject to school gossip. I think we need to hype her up. Let's pep talk her. Remember last month where we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Terrible things, but great. Wow. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And another card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? Okay, is that Santa Claus or is that Colonel Sanders? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. Aww. Guys, Miriam is so adorable. Just look at those. Just look at her face. Aww. She's got, what is that, like an ascot? I think that's called an ascot. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. You killed somebody for those bangs? You should just pay your barber, you know? It's okay, Miriam, just pay them. You don't need to kill them. Because if you pay your barber, you can go back. If you kill them, you have to find a new one. And, you know, then the fuzz gets on your trail. They're like, I think there might be a serial killer that's killing barbers. The only clue we have is this lock of hair. Can you believe I cut them myself? Ah, way to ruin my joke there, Miriam. But yeah, the bangs look fine. You can definitely believe it. Oh my goodness, guys, we are just being so mean to poor Miriam. You can definitely believe it. That's harsh. That is harsh. I cannot believe it. You know, put a little effort into it, Cobalt. If you're gonna lie to poor Miriam, at least give it, you know, the old college try. The college university of chicken deliciousness. If that's the best you can do, Colonel Sanders will never fall in love with you. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your book and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hand and onto the ground. Wait, is this somebody like bumping into us for a meet cute? Or is this somebody walking by and just smacking everything out of our hands like an asshole? What do you think? I think it's probably... It could be the first one, it could be the second one. But if we're being bullied, then I'm sure Colonel Sanders will rescue us. He's so gallant. Possibly riding in on a giant chicken. And then we have our meet cute, right? Let's see, what do we got? Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Oh my goodness, guys, are we doing enemies to lovers? Or rivals to lovers? Listen, maybe she has some trauma deep down. And, you know, we just have to get to know her. You know, let her open up. And show the heart of gold that's inside, deep down, buried underneath the ice or something. Just remember, don't throw the ice-covered heart into the deep fryer or it will explode and kill everybody in the kitchen. You gotta be careful. You gotta be slow and methodical, you know? Oh, man. I haven't been hitting the click button that much, but I feel like there's a lot of fun stuff here. I'm probably gonna have to rewatch this one. Get some timestamps. At least I think I'm being funny. Everyone else will be like, yeah, Cobalt, it's okay. You got like a ha. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, Chicken Shins. Chicken Shins? No, I think she's wearing, like... Is she wearing... Hold on, is that her knee, or is she wearing stockings, like, down here? I can't tell now. Either way, Chicken Shins is a very, very insulting thing to say. Oh, I'm Chicken Shins, okay. You leave Cobalt's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins, are they? Are my shins perfectly normal? I think they are. But, I don't know. I mean, we're at a, Well, I mean, she's wearing, you know, like stockings with chickens on them, so maybe she likes the chicken shins. Maybe this is her awkward way of flirting with us. You know, chicken shins is like a term of endearment. Just doesn't know how to come out and say it, right? That's what the kids call tsundere. Oh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Wait, she's adding letters to her own name? Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Also, okay, here. Is this mouth animation? Is this her, like, her mouth is open, like, a tiny bit? Or is that she's sticking her tongue down in, like, a bleh, like a bleh, sort of thing? Oh, I don't know. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. Is it? We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Again, I think she's trying to flirt with us. I think chicken shins is a term of affection. Hey, chicken shins. Why don't you and I go get some chicken? If you know what I'm saying. Wink. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. Van the Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes. Are we gonna see Van the Man? Ahem. Van? You rang? Oh my goodness. So many people in this finger-licking dating adventure thing. You've never been sure what their arrangement is. But as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have just been as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. Man, I love his hair. I love that it's like a star. That's fun. I can't believe that the University of Cooking School Academy for Deliciousness would ever allow people like you to attend as students. Listen, Cobalt, in-game, they paid the money. The university doesn't care about morals or anything. They care about how much money they can make. And maybe if Ashley and Van the Man cause a very big scandal, like in terms of size that would cause problems to the flow of currency going to the university, then they'd be kicked out for violating the student handbook that nobody ever reads. You know. I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now? Oh my goodness, she is so impatient. This is a 3-day-long cooking seminar. Like, really, you can't go through 3 days to just get your diploma? From the University of Deliciousness, a school for learning? Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against a window directly next to it. Oh, guys, look at this kid. Is this gonna turn out to be like Ronald McDonald or something? His name is Pop, apparently. Oopsie. I think it's broken. Wait, did he break something? You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. Whoa, man. Way too forward. You know, I want a little bit of an air of mystery. You know, at least be kind of vague about and bad about it, like Ashley calling me chicken legs. You know. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. His name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Pop is relying on his name tag to know his own name. I love it. Hi, Pop. I'm Cobalt, so... Are you gonna make me hold this door all day? I mean, we could just let the door close. That means fewer rivals for cooking supremacy. If Pop can't open the door and get to class. I mean Bob. Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Aww. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you, Miriam. But I don't know, maybe he'll be an option too. One of the love interests we have to decide between. I think it's just you. I mean, hey, you know what, Miriam? If that's what you want, if you think Pop is just the cutest, you go for it. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure of where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Well, I mean, if this is just like, you know, Chicken University, just sit wherever. There's no assigned seating. Okay, question. So we've got a map. We've got some math, and, you know, we're using the math to derive chicken, obviously. Who is this guy? Is this like the... Hold on, I want to see who the current president of Kentucky Fried Chicken is. Because I think that'd be funny if it was this guy, you know? I think that would just be hilarious. President of KFC. The executive team, or is it our leaders? That looks like some sort of business site. Let's go Global KFC. And the Global KFC needs JavaScript. Just show me the images. I need to see who they are. I'm not seeing... maybe that guy? Nah, none of them really look like the photo. So I can't say for certain that the photo is, somebody. It might be. Maybe it'll come up later. Maybe they'll be like, hey, it's this guy. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium in front of the class. Adorable! Guys, it's Professor Doggo. Look how adorable Professor Doggo is. I love it. Sprinkles. Now quiet down, everyone. I am Professor Sprinkles. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCS, USL. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect, woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Sounds reasonable. Hold on, what is the Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket? What happens if I click on it? Oh, okay, so it's just the menu, the options. Okay. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. You can do it, Pop. And then he walks in. Oh my goodness, guys. Look, he's the only one who's gotten the special background animations. We can tell who the game really wants you to romance. It's always kind of cringy when they give you so many options for where you're dating sim, and then they're like, it's this guy, we're just gonna push him on you. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. I mean, it is the title character, that's true, but still, you know, there shouldn't be favoritism between the love interests. The worst thing when the game pretends that you could end up with anyone, but they've got their finger on the scales, so you know it's always going to be their inserted character of choice. So I want to make homemade fried chicken. Well, that sounds delicious. You should do that, Guardian. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkle. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Harland. Alright. He went through the war for that title. Colonel Sanders. Oh my. A hushed murmur rolls throughout the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Oh my goodness. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you. And you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Wait, hold on. Is she coming after us, or is she going after Colonel Sanders? Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Oh, Ashley and Van. I can't believe you would say that about Colonel Sanders. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. Like, and in front of the teacher, too. Come on, guys. If you're bullying me and not awkwardly flirting, at least, you know, don't do it where a teacher can see. You both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is it with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Cobalt sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. I mean, hey, you know, if Miriam really wants to see my sweat, if that's what she's into, well, you know. Might not be my kettle of fish, but you do you, Miriam. You do you. You take a moment to clean yourself up. Man, I really must have been sweating then. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be adorable tiny food. Oh, guys. Would you take the adorable tiny food if you had to bleed and cry for it? Maybe if it was the only food there was. And when all is said and done, there will be battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. I would eat all the adorable food. Is it because it's adorable, or is it because you're just hungry? You know, when they're showing you adorable food and they're like, yes, this adorable tiny little burger, it's going to be $55. And you're like, well, I've been starving all day, so I am going to have to pay those $55. It's like, never go grocery shopping when you're hungry. It's both? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Actually, you know what? Should I add that redeem now just so I have it for later? Yeah, let's do that. Let's add the redeem now. I'll add it, and then I will promptly forget about it. You know how it goes. Viewer rewards. Not rewards. Channel points. Here we go. Manage rewards and challenges. Add a new custom reward. Cupid's arrow. Cobalt is hit. With Cupid's arrow. And what is that? 500 is what I'm doing for the other transformation redeems. And let's make this like a pink for the background color. There. Redemption cooldown. That's fine, just leave it. There. There we go, we have a new redeem. Don't redeem it now because there's no real value in it. I guess unless you want to get rid of my blush and hard eyes. In which case, then there is value for it. I don't know what to tell you. Ba, 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 ba. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys. Sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Oh, poor student. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? I think this guy's gonna be like the top tier secret final boss. Like, look at that chin, you know? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school, with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. 3rd year? I thought this was a 3-day course. Time makes no sense here. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. New redeem, yes, new redeem. Doesn't necessarily make sense unless you want to get rid of my blush and hard eyes right now, but it is there. Let this be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Guys, if they don't show me Clank, I'm just gonna quit right now. I'm just gonna say, you know what? No, we're not doing this. Wait, this is our first day of class and it's like, what, noon? Okay. Guess that's fine. Yes, they showed us Clank! Bzzzt. Whir. Okay, this is Clank is obviously best boy. Let's put all our points into romancing Clank. The class bursts into laughter. Why are we laughing at poor Clank? Oh, Clank, you rascal. Or was Clank making a joke? I guess Clank must have been making a joke that I didn't understand. But you know, people with a good sense of humor, well... Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose up into the air and takes a deep sniff. I don't know why I was taking a deep sniff, but sure. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. And this multivitamin, Professor Sprinkles, is that going to help with my lack of sleep? I guess Sprinkles just doesn't like how we smell, you know? You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before. but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Okay. I'm heading out. Enjoy the romance and cooking. I will do my best, Guardian. I hope that you have a good one. Okay, listen. Okay, beef treat, a rubber ball, or a chicken snack. Okay, I feel like beef treat doesn't work because this is a chicken game. And I feel like the chicken snack, we're gonna have to learn how to make chicken from the kernel. So, I think we might need to do rubber ball. I think that's the best treat. You reach beneath your apron and return with a rubber ball in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he walks onto it. You toss the ball and he bounds after it, grabbing it in his mouth and swinging it from side to side before dropping it. The thrill passes quickly. It's not clear if that endeared you to him or not. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey Cobalt, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. Sit by Colonel Sanders, sit by best friend. Oh my goodness, guys, they don't even give us Miriam's name as an option here. Now, Miriam is nervous. So do we sit by Miriam and just make sure, you know, that her day is going well? Or do we try to make a new friend and sit by Colonel Sanders? I don't know. I don't know what the move is here, what the play is. Are we being too forward by sitting next to Colonel Sanders so soon? Let's sit by best friend. I have no idea if there's actually multiple endings in this or not. Let's sit by best friend though. You move to take your seat by Miriam. I'm glad to have you near me to support me through this class. Of course. You're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? I mean, I suppose Colonel Sanders doesn't know that Miriam and I are friends, so he's like, hey, here's the 2 seats that are open. I also have a seat open if you don't like that person. Colonel Sanders? He has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better. I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk with him later in the semester. We've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. He is, guys. He is just fine. As soon as you settle into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz. On our first day of class? Yay, a quiz about me! Pop. That's funny. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. We get kicked out of class right now. Is this the survival test that I was predicting? Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Meh, depends. Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. Doesn't matter at all. It's extremely. Because nobody's saying that the trains are on the same track. We could be on separate tracks, and we could be the chef in the dining cart for each train. And if we don't wash our hands, then there will be I was going to say Ebola. There'll be an Ebola outbreak. That's not necessarily the right disease, but sure, we'll go with it. Extremely. That's right. Forest is to tree, as chicken is to feather. Night vision goggles, a slam dunk. Well, forest has many trees, chickens have many feathers. That seems like the right answer, but maybe it's too obvious. Maybe the chicken really likes its night vision goggles. The chicken, in fact, does not go anywhere without their night vision goggles. And a feather. That's right! What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A comically oversized fork. A meat tenderizer. A spork. I think it's the meat tenderizer, guys. You know, you beat your meal into submission. Can you do that with a comically oversized fork? Possibly. That would be a trident. Or a spork, I don't think so. I guess, but we'll play spork anyway. That's right! What food is best for a broken heart? Anything, as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat? Hold on, do people eat camel meat? Somewhere is camel... Do people eat camel? I need to know. I've never heard of camel meat, but I assume... I've heard of, like, camel milk. But camel meat? I'm not so certain about, you know? Who eats camel? Camel is eaten as a staple everyday meat in many countries in the Middle East and North Africa. It's considered a gourmet meat in other countries and used only for special occasions such as ceremonies and wedding feasts. Interesting. Is camel okay to eat? Camel meat is as nutritiously as good as any conventional meat source. In fact, it has an edge over beef or lamb due to its low intermuscular fat, low cholesterol content, and high iron content. Camel meat quality is a function of age, breed, and type of muscle consumed. Interesting. Okay, what's the strangest meat that you guys have ever had? I don't think I've had anything too strange. You know, it's not even really that weird. I've had rabbit and I've had duck, which aren't that Excuse me, jeez, I'm dying. I'm choking on the secret herbs and spices. Like, I'm not even sure that, what was I gonna say? Like, duck and rabbit aren't that weird. But I guess I eat, like, a very traditional meat. You know? Chicken, beef, occasional bit of pork, fish, the occasional bit of lamb. I don't know. I guess I've had a bit of, like, what is it, like boar? But that's just pork. So, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of a pancake that looks like a silly face. I know that's not the right answer. Right answer is anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. But I love the idea of a pancake that looks like a silly face, you know? That would cheer me up if I had a broken heart. If somebody gave me a pancake that looked like a silly face, you know, I'd be like, haha. Well, now my mind is off of, you know, my asshole ex. I'm thinking about this adorable pancake. Anything. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? No. Yes. He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. Obvious answer? We'll take the obvious answer. That's right. Your total score is... Perfect score. 5 out of 5. Wow. Be honest. Did you cheat? No. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we've just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Guys, he thinks my brain is beautiful. It's making my heart go bum 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 bum. Hot diggity, Cobalt. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow. The cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. The Stewart Cafeteria, established 2015. This is the nicest, this is the as nice as any restaurant you've been to? Like you're eating at cafeteria tables at whatever restaurant you were going to? Cobalt, I think you need to go to some nicer restaurants. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Poor Student. I think Student might end up being the villain here. Student, you know, we just keep shutting poor Student down. Nobody remembers him. Nobody knows his name. He's just Student. His animation is... his character pose is very strange. Oh, I'm very concerned for poor Student here. Hey, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But lunch. She said, shh. Yeah, Pop, shut up. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. Oh my goodness, guys. What a power play in culinary school, being like, yeah, I made lunch for everybody. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he is very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. And you can see the steam coming off the chicken, guys. Oh, it looks delicious. Look how good that chicken looks. We are going to eat it. And we're going to enjoy it. Just remember, don't eat it after it's been refrigerated. Otherwise, you'll have a gallbladder attack. Piled high are large pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Okay guys, Colonel Sanders has put some magic in his chicken. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. Wait, did he only make one bucket of chicken? For the entire class? For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. That he's making chicken with 11 herbs and spices? You guys aren't gonna just remember this? Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I understand. But that's all I'll say about that. What a chat, I know, right? Like again, look at that chin. Look at these strong arms. The silver hair. He's wearing a watch. Oh, you know, how classic. He's got a little pocket square for his apron. Hey, good job. Is that the Colonel? Bark, 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 bark. Indeed. Indeed, you know. I just want him to reach around me with his strong arms and for him to teach me how to make fried chicken. And you know, if that's not enough, I want him to treat me like a rotisserie chicken, if you know what I'm saying. I want him to batter up and season my thighs. I mean, hey, you know, if it's what you want, it's what you want. I'm sure if we ask the Colonel nice, he will treat us the way we want to be treated. Like a chicken. Wink. Now I want chicken. Ooh. I actually have some chicken. It wasn't my supper. I had chili and rice for supper. It was good. But I should have made some chicken for supper. That would have been good. To be fair, it was like right before stream. I'm like, oh, I should eat something. So I didn't really have time. It's like, let's have leftovers. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. Had leftover yakisoba for dinner and it was disappointing. I am sorry to hear that. It's always disappointing when the leftovers are not good. Sir, that is a whole ass JoJo reference. I guess I can see it, but I also know nothing about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Wait, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? Or was it Bo's Bizarre Adventures? Hold on, now I need to know. Bo. Let's see if Google knows what I am trying to say here. Bo. Okay, no, that's a different one. He has like a superpowered mustache and Bo. That's like a stand, right? Your stand is a superpowered mustache. You don't know JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? I don't. Other than like knowing it's a thing that people are like, oh yeah, this is great. I actually don't know much about it. I'm sorry. I wish that I could be better. I'm sorry. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. Man, the fact that you're looking around nervously to see if anybody else is laughing means that you are not suited for stand-up comedy. I'm sorry, my man. You wait to see whether Thing or Ashley is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was like, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at the moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. Only the hands of a true gentleman. Like, you know, he is a true gentleman. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with his cooking skills like this, and she wants him all to herself. I guess chicken legs isn't gonna do it anymore with a fine man like Colonel Sanders in the room. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Or gotta perform self-emotional damage by playing War Thunder? Well, thank you for the work, Kajirb. I hope that you don't go leaking any classified military documents while you're playing War Thunder. I think it's War Thunder. I think War Thunder is the game. Hold on, now I need to double check the joke I made. It's War Thunder, right? War Thunder... leaked... leaked documents. Wait, there's a leaked document list? 0 days since classified document leaks. Okay, so it is War Thunder. That's funny. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket, and you sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to a different dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try to identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light. Well, I think if we swim towards the light, we are gonna die. I just suspect, though, that would be funny if it's like if the chicken is so good that we just straight up die. You know, it's maybe a more aggressive chef's move to try and identify every flavor. But since this is romance, I think we have to savor the moment and think about what this delicious chicken that our classmate has shared with us says about his heart. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, he feels something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? Did Colonel Sanders just steal our heart with one bite of chicken? Possibly. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Haha, how bold to come out and ask. An idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune and establish my legacy for all time, as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. God, he's so great. He's got a little, wait, is this a real chicken? Or is this like a carved staff? I think he must have a chicken staff, and I love it. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own I'd be willing to trade. Wait, are the biscuits? Are we gonna give him the biscuit recipe? What's the rush? The semester is only just getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not gonna give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? Aww. You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone. Then he leans in. You feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient. But you can't tell. I use redacted. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Redacted? Wow. You never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Nag him to show your strength. Wow him with a big idea. To add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest, but thoughtful. I think we're gonna have to be modest, but thoughtful. I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex, but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the comment, Cobalt. Not comment, compliment. But it's also a comment, I guess. Although, compliment is a little bit more, specific, I think. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step inside the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Okay, what do we have for ingredients? We've got lemons, I assume, possibly some peppers. I don't even know. Potatoes, maybe? Cucumber? Yeah, we'll figure out what we get, I think. Dude. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. That's right, Miriam. We get to do this. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're gonna earn with your signature, adorable, tiny food creations. Oh, that's her gimmick, tiny food? I love it. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Oh, guys, we're a little awkward. Want to be my partner? Not just in the kitchen, but in life. Oh, Miriam is crying because we abandoned her. Oh, Miriam. Listen, I sat with you. I sat with you in class. Sure, Cobalt. I'll prepare our station. I think she's gonna team up with Pop. I think that's where we're gonna go. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Pop. Hello, new partner. Clank. Beep boop. Bzz. Oh my. Two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Looks like you'll have to pick 4. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Okay, is it Pop or is it Clank? Which romance are we gonna kick off for Miriam? I mean, Miriam did say that Pop was kind of cute. But I mean, like, Clank is very funny. You know, let's do Pop. Sorry, Clank. But I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Oh, look how sad Clank is. Oh, I love Clank. Pop gives a big smile and he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm a chef. He holds up a banana, and without peeling it, he proudly eats the entire thing. Oh, guys, Pop is my favorite character. It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act grossed out. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks at you like, really? This kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flint to make a fire. You get the idea. I'm not sure I do, Professor Dog. Could you perhaps provide some more elaboration on why teamwork makes the dream work, as the kids say? Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. We're gonna do Grandma's mashed potatoes and gravy. Because it's gonna go well with Colonel Sanders. You know, fried chicken. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we can make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes? And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Picking perfect produce is a passion. Produce for picking perfect passion. Perfectly. Colonel Sanders. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Listen, Ashley, you had your chance. If you'd only clarified that chicken legs was a term of endearment and not a, biting attack, maybe I wouldn't be flirting with Colonel Sanders right now. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. And you better keep your fingers off of my man. But he's not your man. He's my man. Did someone call for me? Oh, Van. Oh, wait, is this going to be like a battle? Are we going to do cooking battle? Is there a battle minigame here? Like, the music is just getting intense, get you fired up for the cooking battle. And I think, as they would say, fighting food-ons, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I wish I could remember the rest of the song. You pick the right ingredients to make the food obedient. Something, 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 something. Fighting food-ons, no. Okay, now I have to ask, does anybody know what the hell I'm talking about there? Does anybody get the reference? Or is this just me being an old man that's gonna crumble to dust? Does anybody remember fighting food-ons from back in the 90s? Oh, no, jeez, Van. And while I'm over here crushing Cobalt's dreams, You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Cobalt was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Van, I don't think nagging Colonel Sanders is the way to go, but you live your best life, okay? Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubt whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all... Hold on. I just want to time to check that. Just a second. I just want to double check this. Hold on. Is that not coming from? Hold on. I just want to double check that audio is actually coming from the game. Because it just got so intense. I'm like, wait, do I have some like tab playing in the background that is actually... Okay, good, it is actually from the game. I'm like, it was just like surprisingly intense there, and I'm like, really? That's what we're doing? Resume. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Ooh, oh no. You're being too forward, you're going too hard on the attack there, Ashley. Colonel Sanders is a man with a gentle heart. He's not gonna like that sort of attack on his partner. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense. But one thing is clear. He's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who has always had your back. Well, this is like a romance thing. I think we need to turn to our partner. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not to bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format. You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me, isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Cobalt as a partner for this activity, and I will stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I say that you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Cobalt's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in. He is nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Cooking on autopilot is just like a sign of our talent. It's all muscle memory, baby. We don't have to think through the steps of the recipe. We just cook. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the step you know so well, while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Oh my, how lewd. His gravy is getting all over my potatoes, if you know what I'm saying. Wink. Again, Colonel Sanders, I just want you to treat me like a rotisserie chicken. If you know what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm being so horny on main for Colonel Sanders, but apparently that's what we're doing tonight. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Randy would be very proud. Again, it's just we've got the steam. The steam coming off the mashed potatoes and gravy. And there's stars. It's in the mashed potatoes against a starry night sky. It's just, it's so beautiful, guys. It's so beautiful. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. Oh my goodness, guys, are our hands gonna touch? The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Guys, do you think we can just lean in and get that smooch from Colonel Sanders? Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with her sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling that sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Whoa, I know, right? I thought we were gonna feed her and she was gonna fall in love. Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Probably not. His star-shaped hairs won't allow him to do that. Hold on right there, Cobalt. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hands. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in a silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Oh man. Van. That is pretty cool. That's pretty metal, honestly. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite. And you will all look on in envy. I ordered KFC. Oh my goodness. Luna, did I just incept you with the idea? I hope it's tasty. It's been a long time since I've had KFC. Oh wait, it's Student. It wasn't Van. It's my fault. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the sins that I have committed. You know, Cuphead, not being say-so because I want to be treated like a rotisserie chicken by Colonel Sanders. Incepting the idea that you should order KFC. I'll try to do better. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. They keep going on about that. I don't know, it's just you got the joke, right? Now it's, do I really want that, or is it just I thought it was funny? Listen, it's a Valentine's Day stream. What's the point if I'm not incredibly horny for Colonel Sanders, right? Well, he's just got that silver hair, that fine goatee, those muscular arms. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Oh my god, is the student gonna die? Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Oh my goodness, guys. That just got too real. We've had our first death in this KFC inspired dating sim. Hold on, I feel like I have to tweet that out. 1 second. Let's screen cap it. Let's grab that. And select here. I just want to clip it. Copy. That is amazing. Things have just gotten real. We just had our first death in our adorable KFC-based dating sim. I wasn't expecting that. Save, sorry. I think I just hit refresh and it was freaking out. And then that's right. Let's just live tweet. That's amazing. I love it so much. Let's close that out. And then let's go back to the, well, let's make sure I'm in the right tab. And then let's go back to the game. Back to the game where we've just lost a student. A student has just died. My god. Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop! No! Pop winces in pain, just for a moment, and is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Hey, I guess he's immune to status afflictions. That's good. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment, and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kind. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Oh, sprinkles. Ghost of student. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. Wait, who's the really annoying student here? Is it Van, or is it, the dead student? He just died, and we're like, yeah, he might be dead, but he was really annoying, so we don't really care. God, we have a heart of ice. I don't think we're... I wouldn't date us if I was Colonel Sanders. We're just like, yeah, this guy just died, but he was annoying, so whatever. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. Oh, hell yeah. What? Like, for real? Come on. The ghost of the student wants Colonel Sanders to walk him home. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky, is it? It just kind of looks romantic to me. Does this look spooky to anybody? I need to know. I need to know how the people are feeling about that. I don't think that this looks spooky at all. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. Oh man, that's gonna make our cooking even hotter. I think the Colonel is gonna be very impressed with the fact that we just made them on autopilot. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him. In a way, do you find that inspiring? Now might be the perfect time to tell him that you've developed feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Cobalt? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! Guys, it's Van Van. I thought they were going to give us a yes or no option here. And my gut would be that we don't confess feelings too soon. You know, that just makes us look like a chump. We've got to be like, hey, listen, I'm just going to bury the feelings deep down, and then one day I'll die. Like, what if Colonel Sanders doesn't feel the same way? I don't think I could ever get over the embarrassment. I'm sure he'd let me down easy. He's a very genteel sort of man, but still. It would change the relationship. Maybe he wouldn't want to make mashed potatoes and gravy with me anymore. He wouldn't want to pour his gravy on my mashed potatoes, as it were. There's something I need to tell you first. Is Van Van gonna confess before us? That'd be pretty funny. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights. Like, so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our heart, that our souls may grant them, like wishes, floating on a shooting star. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, Colonel Sanders. He's just making my heart beat. Pum-pum, pum-pum, pum-pum. It's just beating so quickly. Please, Colonel Sanders, just kiss me. Even though the fact that I want him to kiss me is apparently too lewd for Twitch. We know where Twitch comes down on the lewdness of hand-holding, apparently. Yeah, no, it was actually funny. I had another one. My title for my title for the stream was originally going to be, just a second, I tweeted it earlier. It was originally going to be, where are you? Happy Valentine's Day. Kiss me, chicken man, just kiss me. And then when I go to set it, it's like, this title might conflict with Twitch's moderation policy. And originally it was, Happy Valentine's Day. Kiss me, sexy chicken man, just kiss me. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously, you know, sexy is just too lewd for a Twitch title. And then, so I took it out, and then I got the same error, and I'm like, is saying the fact that I want Colonel Sanders to just give me a big old smooch, is that too lewd for Twitch? And apparently, yes, it is. I can't believe it, but it is. Oh, Colonel Sanders, please. Hey, no, you, shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Oh, Van Van. I love that we're seeing his hair. He's so angry, he's like tilting his head up. So the star is pointing to the night sky. I love it. Heckin' Twitch ruining all the fun. It really is. But, you know, hey, at least they can't complain about the filthy things that I'm saying on stream about Colonel Sanders here. You know, so at least we've got that going for us. You know what? Just, I know it's not going to be a thing, but I want like an expanded version where it goes longer and we can date like everybody, right? Van Van is a valid choice. Ashley, Miriam, Pop, Clank, Sprinkles. You know, we need that student-teacher romance. And also Colonel Sanders. You know, the one love interest that the game really wants you to go for. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed the guy? Hey, listen, Van Van, if you want, what you should do is you should go into the life of an assassin. A cooking-based assassin. Actually, no, interestingly enough, I have heard a story from like a distant acquaintance who is a chef who like basically was doing he was a chef for some like Saudi prince or something, like at least like once. So basically when he cooked, after he like served the meal, they basically like kept the chef locked up for like, you know, a certain number of hours. So it's like if like they tried to poison them, then it'd be like, well, we still have this guy in our custody. Which I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense as a thing. So you'll have to be really sneaky about it, Van Van. You'll have to be sneaky about it, and you know, you'll have to build it in a way that there's like, you know, it's not an instant death poison tentacle like the one that you just cooked. But you know, like a month later it kicks in and their organs just shrivel up and then they die. Because then you'll be out of the country and no one will tie it back to you. The longer you can, like, you know, set up the murder ahead of time, the more likely you are to get rid of it as an assassin chef, apparently. You can't prove that. I mean, we definitely can. Well, I guess maybe not. You know, Pop didn't die. Or Pop, I guess. Pop didn't die. Pop is Pop's father, of course. Please, just call me Pop. Pop is my father. Pop didn't die, so maybe the student just did that. We can't say for certain that it was the poison tentacle fish that killed him. Well, now I wonder what would happen if we picked that we wanted to make the octopus, or if we picked that we wanted to make the steak tartare. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Wait, did Colonel Sanders see him actually do a murder? Or is that just the food-based murder? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. The student has died and become a ghost, and nobody even remembers his name. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. No, you're not. But, Spork Monster. Oh, hell yes. The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Guys, is Colonel Sanders going to turn out to be a magical girl? I have so many questions. And just because it's funny. I'm gonna be tweeting random things from this stream because, hey, it brings me joy, you know? Oh, and I should probably close the snipping tool because I keep clicking on it by accident. And the volume mixer. And my files that are open. Oh, we're just chilling at like 50% GPU usage. Interesting. Probably encoding the video. I don't know. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me! Because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence! Oh my god! You know, I was just playing this for the meme, but I'm actually really enjoying it. It's fun! Oh, goodness. What will you do? Let's attack. Let's start off on a strong note. Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Are we gonna get all potatoed up? What attack will you use? Cook with love? Of course. Let's melt him with that gravy. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset the Spork Monster. You know, is Colonel Sanders basically just gonna one-hit kill the Spork Monster? I mean, I guess technically it's not gonna be one-hit kill because we did 1 damage, but still. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. What do we have with defend? I want to attack again. You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with love. Does 1 damage. The Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I feel like we need to go on the defense here. You decide to defend. What defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, "This is not happening. This is not happening." Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster use Utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. Okay, he's not that buffed up. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Okay, let's go back on the attack. Cook with love. Does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn at the quad. I wonder who's gonna have to clean this up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Hot Pie Power Punch. Hot Pie Power Punch does 10 damage? Spork Monster is defeated. Oh my goodness, guys. Colonel Sanders is a badass. We were doing 1 damage, the buffed monster was doing 2, and then Colonel Sanders was just here like, ow. And damage. Cobalt, you saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy. Finish him. Spare this wretched beast. I think we should spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature, with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Begone, beast! And don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. He's definitely going to come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. What is it, like a spider? Ugh. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection is so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Is Borko the student? You know, Borko died and sent the monster for revenge. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Okay guys, we're gonna wake up and Colonel Sanders is gonna be holding us in his arms. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. Guys, Colonel Sanders is in our room. Oh my goodness. Whew. Are things getting a little hot here, or is it just me? He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. That was 3 words. We said we didn't have enough energy to utter a single word, but apparently we have enough energy to utter 3 words. Good to know. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. That is kind of weird. Aww. Everyone is there in the dream. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much, or he's just gaslighting us. He's just like, yeah, I'll tell you my secret, and then just lies. But you know what? Hey, that's good, OPSEC. You know, obfuscate the truth by, you know, putting false information out into the world. So if anybody asks, I can say that one of the secret ingredients is redacted, but of course it isn't. And then people will start going down the wrong path to try to reverse engineer Colonel Sanders' delicious 11 herbs and spices, you know? And hey, that is fine. I hope that Colonel Sanders actually does trust me, though. But if he lied, I understand the reasoning. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay. I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Pop. Hell yeah! We're arranging those romances. Let's go. Now I wonder if we chose Clang, would she say that she likes Clang? Because before we paired her up with Pop, she did say that she thought Pop was kind of cute. So, I don't know. Maybe that is the secondary romance for this love story of chicken and violence. Like him? Like him? Do you like him, Miriam? Do you want to make mashed potatoes and gravy with him? Do you want to treat him like a rotisserie chicken? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast. But there's something about him. I like him. Like him. But seriously, like, this is like 3 days, guys. This is way too fast. We could say that this was happening over the course of like a semester, like a proper semester. And it's like, okay, well then the timeline works. But they're just here. Just going zoom, you know? We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Oh my goodness. The army let him in? It's like, that's not even child soldiers at that point. That's just a toddler soldier. Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put the hat on one time and they all thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Haha, sure you did. You're great, why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. I am great. You know, do we need some positive affirmations? I am great. I am an excellent chef. My mashed potatoes will blow your socks off. I am gonna give Colonel Sanders a big ol' smooch. Just the things that you want to manifest out into the world, you know? You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Oh guys, no. We shouldn't prove that our love is real. This is gonna be cringe, isn't it? Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? No! You idiot! Assuming that Colonel Sanders isn't lying to us, and even then he could be lying to us because he gives everybody a different secret ingredient, and then he just waits to see where that information ends up. And then he knows who betrayed him. Who he'll have to have sleeping with the chickens, as it were. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient. Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, when I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in his botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me about his passion for spices. Secret spices. Is that what we're calling it, eh? The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. I think she was smuggling drugs. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. So we're now finding out that our bestie for life is very lucky that she wasn't arrested at the airport, for smuggling drugs. Jesus. Okay, you know, that's why they say when you're in the airport, if anybody asks for you to take something for them, report it to the authorities. It's for stuff like that. Also, depending on what airports you're in, if you even mention, like, you know, drugs or anything like that, a few minutes later, they will be walking by with the drug sniffing dogs. Ask me how I know that, and I might tell you. I wasn't the one who was an idiot and didn't understand airport etiquette there. I will say that much. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. No! Oh well, don't you dare. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. Besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. Cobalt? Cobalt? No. Tell her the ingredient Colonel Sanders told you. Make up a fake ingredient. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? I would like a third option here, and the third option would be just, hey, no, I promised I would keep it a secret, and I'm gonna hold myself to that promise. We chatted with Colonel Sanders yesterday about how one needs to keep their word, whether it's a business contract or just a handshake. No, I'm not telling you the ingredient. I would like another option where we just tell her, hey, no, we're not cool with that. That's not cool. I'm not doing that. So making up a fake ingredient is not... I feel like that could still go wrong, but I'm not telling her the ingredient. Make up a fake ingredient. You carefully think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. It probably isn't. This is gonna go somewhere, and wherever it goes is probably not gonna be good. Again, all I wanted to say was, no, I'm not telling you, because I promised Colonel Sanders I would keep it a secret. The fact that I'm even revealing that I know one of the secret ingredients feels like a violation of ethics almost. Listen, sometimes when you say you're gonna keep something secret, that means keeping the secret that you know the secret. You know? Just good OPSEC. Then nobody can torture the secret spice out of you. Because chicken is serious business. Before you can ask her to confirm that she is definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a horse. I thought it would be a giant chicken, guys. I thought he would arrive to school on a giant chicken. Basically a chocobo. You know, I thought he would have bred a chocobo for his own purposes. But I guess a horse is fine. Do you think that horse is going to be made into IKEA meatballs? Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Run to him! Again, I don't want to run to him. That feels too forward. Let's stand back and admire his majestic glory. Not run to him, though. Yeah, no. Stand back and admire. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. I love it. Guys, Colonel Sanders, just look at him. What a man. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. I mean, that could be a thing. That absolutely could be a thing. You know? The thing is, the original self-driving car was the horse and sled, right? Back in the old days, you know, you'd put the kids on the sled, the horse would know how to take them to school, and then the horse would know how to bring them back home. So I could believe that Colonel Sanders' horse does indeed know how to get home. Hopefully won't get hit by a car or something. That would not be good. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Thanks, Miriam. I almost feel bad for lying to you about the secret ingredient. Oh, Cobalt just gets really nervous about people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. I mean, you know, food poisoning, being up all night, I don't think that paints a good picture of us either. But maybe, oh look, Colonel Sanders just looks horrified. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you see that your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad. You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure if you're ready to handle this. Are we canonically a short king again? It seems like every game we've been playing lately, the protagonist is canonically a short king. Tell them to stop. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? What? Oh, I guess it works. I think the better one is why don't you act like a tree and get out of here? Tell them to stop acting immature. Let's just say, act like you're not interested in them, but try to get a closer look. Let's just say, stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Again, this is like a university class or something. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. Nobody is going to force you to come to class or do homework or not be an asshole. Guys, I just noticed something. Look at Ashley's eyes. They are crazy. I think she is going to end up making us into the next meal. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? No, the school makes the rules, and the school says stop being knobs. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they were hiding and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned up against the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. Oh my goodness, guys. Are they trying to transform Pop into a potato monster? Probably a good thing that we didn't kill the potato monster then, isn't it? We're playing, hee hee. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls over Van Van's meaty foot. A meaty foot, guys. Did you know that Van Van had a meaty foot? Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. I can't believe they're being so mean to Clank. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Brrrt, womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. I love it. That must be just a biting insult. You know, stand mixers are a very suspicious folk. You have to use just the regular hand mixer. Stand mixers mix evil into the recipe. And that we cannot stand for. No, no. No, no. Not at all. Never. Boop, boop, boop. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Clank just like straight up murder Van Van. I love it. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Again, like, look at her eyes, Colonel Sanders. Those are crazy eyes. I'm not saying that one day, you know, if you cross her, you will end up with a horse head in your bed, but I also wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Like, those are crazy eyes. Ooh. And not even crazy in the maybe fun way. Just crazy in the gonna chain me to the radiator way. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. He bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't, honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career ambitions to focus on. Well, aspirations, not ambitions, but basically the same thing. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I love that my voices that I'm doing are just completely random. Gotta do a different voice every time, right? I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town. My tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now and I hope you're ready to learn. You try to give Sprinkles a pat on the head, but he snarls at you. Sorry. I get a little worked up if people try to pet me before I've had my morning coffee. Coffee is not good for dogs. Let that be a lesson to you. Also, you didn't ask. Just like petting the professor without asking. That's not cool. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we will review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. Wait, what? What? The chicken signed the Declaration of Independence, and yet Colonel Sanders is cooking them? What are the implications here? Like, we already know that a dog is intelligent enough to be a professor, and now we're learning that a chicken signed the Declaration of Independence. So, big intelligence. Like that, you know, the chicken is using written word. So that is basically where we're at human tier intelligence. And Colonel Sanders is cooking these things. The chicken is being cooked. Is Colonel Sanders, like, in universe a serial killer? Is cooking, like, chicken meat a sick thing? Is that a crime? Is that a dangerous, forbidden ingredient? I don't know where we're going with this. What are the world-building implications of a chicken signing the Declaration of Independence? I need to know. I don't know why, but I need to know. The implications are massive, is what I'm gonna have to say. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you missed most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Cobalt? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, and a dog biscuit. I want the shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. I'm assuming we're not supposed to be eating this. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. So what you're saying is that we are now able to navigate the hyperspace lanes? I'm making that joke, and I've never actually read Dune or seen the movie. But I do know that spice is essential to space travel. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. The pepper has expanded our mind. It's widened our senses. Ghost of Student. My friend. Ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill... the prophecy... you must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone staring at you. The pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. Well, why didn't you stop me, Sprinkles? You think to yourself, geez, I really should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Okay, hold on. If this pepper is the last of its kind on Earth, why is it on a tray, right? Sprinkles, you should be harvesting the seeds as soon as it was mature, and then replanting them. Like, what are you doing, man? It's kind of on you. I might have eaten the pepper like an idiot, but you were the one that was, first of all, not immediately replanting the seeds from the pepper. Second of all, just putting it out like exposed to fresh air and germs and bacteria. It's gonna start molding. If you leave a pepper at room temperature, you know, long enough, it'll get all grody and mutated. Full of mold. It'll turn purple. You know, it's not a good thing. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals have entered to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time. Step up and tell them you're on. I think we should step up and tell them you're on. Let's have another cooking battle. Bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool, fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Cobalt. I'll be watching your performance. Wait, it's not going to be a team competition? Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. I don't know why he's saying why we're saying that we're hoping Sprinkle will put a stop to this madness. I mean, we just picked a fight with them. You know, it seems kind of bad if we're like, hey, yeah, let's go, and then just immediately cower out and be like, teacher, help! I picked a fight with these guys because they were being assholes and I didn't want to finish it. Please. Now, students. Please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. I mean, after I was just a madman, I guess. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer, ready. That's what I'm talking about. Ow! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope it's a message that lifts you to victory. Hold on. I want to Google that. Is that actually a quote? The hard way builds a confidence that is not easily swept away. I need to know. Ba 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 bum ba da ba da bum ba da ba da ba 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 da bum ba da ba da ba ba da ba da. All right, what do we got? Wait, is it? It's actually a Colonel Sanders quote? The easy way is efficient and speedy, the hard way arduous and long. But as the clock ticks, the easy way becomes harder and the hard way becomes easier. And as the calendar records the years, it becomes increasingly evident that the easy way rests hazardously on shifting sands, whereas the hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. Holy shit, it is actually a Colonel Sanders quote. I love it. That is so good. That is so funny that we're just like, yeah, we're just dropping real life Colonel Sanders quotes in here. Let's go. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now's my chance to shine. And she has like a machete or a butcher's knife or something. And it has a chain with a little like heart charm on it. Cool. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one. And you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for potatoes. Oh, we're making the same thing? Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Always boils 100 seconds after you turn the heat on. What? 100 Fahrenheit. That's wrong, okay. What were you thinking, Cobalt? Get your head in the game. I don't believe that 100... What? It always boils... What? 100 seconds after you turn the heat on. There's no way that's true. I don't know what they're... Okay. Were they saying at 100 degrees? So I thought they said something about 100 seconds. Am I just losing my mind? Because yes, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degree Fahrenheit is something completely different. 100 degree Fahrenheit is like, you know, 50 or something. I don't know. Well, actually, 100 degree Fahrenheit, 90 is about 30 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, probably something about there. 100 degrees is high 30s, low 40s. Hold on, now I need to know. 100 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. Oh, it's 37.78 apparently. Cool. The more we learn. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. He said he used 11 herbs and spices. That's right, you might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. That's right, we've got to impress Sprinkles as well. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance, trust, gratitude. Vigilance. Wrong? I'm begging you to get together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Trust, maybe? Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. The small town where the big dreams are born. The shoulder of Orion. Small town where big dreams are born. That's right. This is your shot and you're not going to miss it. Ow! I love that the dog just gets hyped up and starts howling in the middle of our cooking competition. That is just, it's just good. It's great. It is making me all hyped up for combat. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of success? Sizzling. Is it bubbling? Is it silence? Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yep. Game over. Try again. Okay, let's reload. Camera lights dim. Rivals enter. Can I just... Yeah, shut up and tell them you're on. So we've lost one life. I don't know if it matters, but turn on the timer. This is fun. Again, I love the fact that there's just dumb little mini games in this. Like a diamond that was formed under pressure, and now's my chance to shine. Wait, oh, what temperature does it boil under? Sorry, I didn't understand the question. When I was first reading it, I'm like, I thought it was saying that, oh, 100 seconds after it will boil. And I'm like, what? I guess it still would have made sense. But, like, the fact that it's 40 degrees, yeah, I'm just an idiot. Never mind. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I was very confused as to what it was asking there. That's right, but how would you have even gotten into the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. Guys, that is a very enticing offer. I want to pet Professor Dog's furry belly. 11. Tail wagging intensifies. Okay, now that you got basic stats going, time to elevate the craft. Let's say gratitude? Okay, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed, sure. Ashley is still stronger and faster. I came from small town where big dreams are born. Arrgh! I guess, hey, if we wanted to clip it, it's apparently the fact that Cobalt doesn't know what temperature water boils at. I mean, sure, it was really just I misread the question, didn't understand what it was asking, but I suppose if I thought about it, water isn't going to boil at all at 50 or 100 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the sound of success? Silence. That's right, when they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Cobalt! He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing that he's watching. Makes you totally forget what you're doing. And all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to prevail? Oh, get your mind back in the competition. It was something about how many spoons of gravy it would take to fill a traditional bowl, and all of the options were Colonel Sanders. Arrgh. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. What do you take? The hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Walking on the beach. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof! You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into the stand mixer. Oh no! I don't feel like you should be using the stand mixer to make biscuits. Nope, you shouldn't be. I'm thinking about it more. No, you shouldn't be. I think you'd end up with is it like too much air? Either way, the biscuits will get hard if you mix them too much. I know that much, at least. You have to mix them a certain amount so they stay light and fluffy, but not too much. Yeah. Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing a personal touch. It's true, it does. And I suspect the biscuits are going to be tough, because we're using a stand mixer. And not just mixing them by hand. I'm sorry, guys. I think these biscuits are going to be shit. Wah. You might not have any hands, but Cobalt does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Oh no, are we gonna get mangled by the mixing? Cobalt, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Oh my god. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you so often find is that the easy way can turn out to be much, much more difficult. So it's like the whole quote. His entire line here is that whole quote. Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Just like have a broken hand. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No. It wouldn't be to compare the two on account of Cobalt's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he walks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. White chocolate isn't even chocolate. Get out of here, Ashley. I was gonna ask Cobalt to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquet, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Oh, jelly! Wow, I'm like, what are we doing here? Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, hee. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. We have to internalize the rage. Listen, you know, getting fired up resulted in my hand getting broke. It got broke by the mixer. It wasn't just broken, it was broke. My hand also ran out of money. Internalize the rage. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. That's right. You know, this semester is quick. So like 5 minutes, that's like a lifetime. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but also that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? No, I don't. I think you always get everything first try. That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. I love it. That's funny. But I walked other paths, and I've arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. What is... I feel like I should... Obstetrician. What is that? Obstetrician is... Oh! Okay. Specializes in delivering babies and caring for people during pregnancy and after they give birth. Like, it's a familiar word. I just thought, what kind of doctor is that? I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I mean, it'd be funny if he said he was passionate about justice, but then failed at it as a cop. Because he was too passionate about justice. I was passionate about livestock, but I failed as a mule herder, or handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I have to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite in him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Wait, are his past misdeeds just the failures, or is he doing big crime? When he says that he lost his partner in a gunfight, was he the other side of that gunfight? Was Colonel Sanders like, it's high noon? Maybe. Maybe he was. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork monster! A Borkle? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back. And after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no. I was a golden retriever. But still, I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No. You should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, do not fear. I will be there. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Cobalt, together, I am sure that we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Okay, so we have him as a child with a chicken leg, him on a camel, seeing the pyramids, and him in Kentucky. We've also got a vase. What is a candle? I think, assuming that that's a flame, otherwise it might be like bourbon. And the chicken statue. He has a nice view of the lake and the mountains, and a very nice fireplace. He has a nice house. Looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. Not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy? Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? Let's reveal it. He shared one of his secret spices with us, and we're not necessarily giving him all the ingredients. We're just telling him what we're working on, you know? Let's reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Although, can you imagine if that's the wrong choice and he steals the coleslaw recipe, which is what I'm assuming? It's either coleslaw or it's biscuits. It's going to be one of them. I'm going to guess possibly coleslaw. Yeah, keeping on ice all day, it's coleslaw. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. It's not giving off steam, probably because it's cold. But we can see the stars. The light of the stars, it just glows against the coleslaw. It's not something that I eat often, but I do occasionally like a good coleslaw. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to that last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Guys, is Colonel Sanders the villain? Is he gonna reverse engineer my coleslaw? Wouldn't that be a twist? We're just, you know, we're so caught up with how beautiful Colonel Sanders is, and we trust him, and he really killed his old business partner, and is gonna steal our coleslaw recipe? I can't believe it. He's not gonna rob us, is he? Would Colonel Sanders do that to us? Would he steal our slaw? God, I hope not. Wait, does he have a tear in his eye? He has tears in his eye! Oh my goodness, I love it. That's so good. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Okay, so what are our options? We have some paintings, a vase. Maybe it's got ashes in it. Candle. I don't know what that is. Chicken, or just look out at the... Yeah, I'm gonna do the vase first. Or the urn, I guess. Take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Let's do the paint, or the photo, or whatever it is. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. Oh, it's the vault. Sorry, that's safe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared? Sashimi style? What about this one? An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure out that must be Colonel Sanders himself. He is very adorable. Or that, or maybe it's the drumstick. They seem to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? But tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a roll of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off his hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he just wants you to try it. You have to try to act casual, until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. I mean, it is a very nice jacket. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is the moment to make a big move. You tell him you're cold, fess up, and tell the truth. Okay, I don't think this is the moment to make a big move. I don't think that's right. But... What is the better option? Telling him we're cold... Is it time to fess up and tell the truth? That again feels a little bit too awkward. It's like, yeah, I wanted to sniff your coat. I'm gonna say I was cold. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and I thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots closer to the fireplace. It's warmed by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're gonna cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Cobalt? He's crying! Oh! He's worried we're gonna leave him. I honestly think that might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! I love that it's just dream sequence. You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders enters the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence. Such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to crockery? And by crockery, I mean cookery. I know how to read. Take him down a peg, flatter him. Let's flatter him. You know what? I think we might just make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. Actually, no, taking him down a peg could be bad. Because, like, he has failed in so many things before. What if we break his confidence? And then he goes and does something different. And doesn't start his chicken empire. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. And I was worried that something bad had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now it turns out you're fine. I can get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but... You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house. But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say shush house? As if that's a thing people say? What is that even referring to? I feel like, is the shush house the library? I feel like it could be the library. Now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened. But the emotional connection was wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Haha. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school? Though, is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school? But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Cobalt. Suggesting that I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears that things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Cobalt, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. A lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Cobalt. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Cobalt. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Wow, what's that book? Looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it wasn't really powerful? Are we gonna give into the dark magics of cooking? I can think of one surefire way to find out. Hey Will, thank you for the raid. How are you doing today? How was the rest of your stream? Let me give you a shout out. Hey Avatar, hey Will, hey Not the Big Boss, hey Geekpod, get rated. Hey Blue, hey Bells, hey Flossie, thank you for the stretch and hydrate. Give us the chicken man, we're gonna get that chicken man. We are gonna get him. Cupid's arrow. Okay, Cupid's arrow is actually what I currently have equipped. It's the blush and the hard eyes. So I can swap that off if you don't want it. Otherwise, I can just leave it on and refund that. That's your pick, Not the Big Boss. I don't know if you can really tell, but yes, I've got hard eyes and I've got a little blush. Boop-doo. Wait, we got two Cupid arrows. So the first one turns it off and the second one turns it back on. I'll just refund both of those. There you go. Here's the points back. And let's give Will that shout out. Oh, just chatting in the end. Fair enough. Let's give you a proper shout out. If anybody isn't already following Will, you absolutely should. It's always a good time over at his stream. You know, he plays video games. He was doing a Valentine's Day stream today. Playing games with chat. You know, he's doing a book club. It's always good over there. By the way, I won 2 of the raffles. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have evil plans. Now, should I reveal those evil plans now? 2 and 3, so the outfit and the emote. Yes, basically where I put all my points in. Congratulations on the 3rd, not the big boss, and transformation and cat transformation. All right. It's good that I made all of the emotes, or not all the emotes, all of the models today with the Love Struck version. So avatar selection and gender bend and cat. So 1 and 2 and 3. Yay! I'm a cute cat girl now. There we go. And yeah, I don't know. Do I look cute with the blush and the hard eyes? I suppose I should introduce myself to anybody who doesn't already know me. Hello everybody! My name is Cobalt. I am a variety VTuber, explorer of the Endless Archive, and today we are playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking dating sim, and I'm honestly loving it. It's been a blast. But we play a variety of other things here. We've been playing Mass Effect lately, we've been playing Alan Wake lately, we've been playing random games that followers decide on Friday. We vote in the Discord if you're interested in that sort of things. You can find us here. And I have been trying to fix my sleep schedule. And the way I've been decided I wanted to do that was stream more. Been streaming Animal Crossing every morning, like a lunatic. But yeah, if we are your final destination tonight, I hope you enjoy your stay. And if not, I wish you safe journeys wherever the wind may take you. And let's see. We did the transformations. And we have a stretch and hydrate, guys. Actual loony lad right here. It's true. Like, what kind of maniac decides I'm gonna fix my sleep schedule by streaming more? That's not a thing that normal people do. You know, the normal thing is like, hey, how about you stream less so you can sleep more? And I'm like, no. The solution is streaming more. But as always, if you guys want to join in and be happy and healthy together, please feel free. And if not, that's fine too. Remind me to never try vocal fry when I don't know how to do vocal fry. I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean there, Will. Let's stretch up to the sky, way up high. And let's stretch to the side. Whoa. And let's stretch to the other side. Whoa. Cobalt looks so pretty, it makes me question my life choices. Aw, thank you. I'm just, you know, sometimes I'm just so happy to be a pretty anime girl with the twin tails and the braids. You know? And it's Valentine's Day. And wait, we did both sides. Did we do forward? I don't know. Left arm over the body. Let's go with that. And the cat ears. Cat ears too. And sometimes I might even go, yeah. Or meow. You know, whichever one you prefer. Let's stretch the left arm over the body. Let's stretch the right arm over the body. Let's rotate those shoulders. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I had a maid outfit to go with the blush emote. Maybe at some point in the future. And let's rotate the neck. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then let's shake out those legs. Do. 1, 2, 3. Nah, hoodie works better. That's fair. I mean, I do love the hoodie, you know? It's always just, it's so nice, it's so warm, it's so cozy. I'm often very cold, so I need something to keep me warm. And then let's hydrate. Hoodies are the best clothing. I mean, I completely agree with you there. Not the big boss. Completely agree with you. They are just so good. You know what the only thing better than the hoodie is? It's possibly Colonel Sanders just reaching around me with his strong muscular arms and showing me how to deep fry the chicken perfectly. Either that, or, and I've made this joke many times to stream because I'm terrible and I think it's so funny, I want Colonel Sanders to treat me like a rotisserie chicken, if you know what I mean. A wink. Does he tell you the 11 secret herbs and spices? He tells us one, but it is redacted. Listen, it's a Valentine's Day stream. I've got to be uncharacteristically horny. Or is it maybe that I just conceal my power level every other day of the year? Who's to say? Possibly getting dinged with that Cupid's arrow, you know? I've got hard eyes right now. Stretch and hydrate. Or you're hungry for some chicken. That is also true. Sadly, I gotta go do some of that there self-care. Can contact you later about the raffle wins. Please have fun. Well, thank you for stopping by, Will. And thank you for the raid. And I hope that you have a good cooldown from your stream. This is actually a problem, though, because my plan was going to be to raid Will. So I'm actually going to have to find somebody to raid tonight. Serious problem for serious people. Not gonna lie, a fourth piece sounds good right now. Well, apparently I already incepted the idea of KFC for Luna earlier, so who knows? Who knows what's happening? That's not what I meant, but you know, I was just playing it because of like the meme, right? I'm like, haha, they made a Colonel Sanders dating sim. But apparently it's the advertising. I'm giving KFC free advertising. Alright. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in the case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. Oh no! Are we gonna wipe our memory of Colonel Sanders? Is our memory only gonna be restored with True Love's kiss? Or a bite of his delicious, delicious chicken? That's way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like, anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic. But desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you. And a pretty good excuse to try it out. I don't think we do, actually. This sounds like a terrible excuse. Look, guys, the eye on the chicken grimoire is glowing. It's vaguely sinister. This is gonna end well, I'm sure. Cast the forbidden spell. Don't do it after all. Don't do it after all. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. Yeah, that's right, the dog is the professor. I still don't know, does anybody know who this guy is? You know what, let's Google it. I'm curious. I thought maybe they were gonna reveal it as like a, haha, it's the CEO of KFC or something. But that is not the case, unfortunately. I was hoping, but it's not. Let us see though. I love you, Colonel Sanders. Who is the guy in the photo in the classroom? Guy in the portrait of the chef dog picture. Who's the guy in the portrait in the background? I can't figure it out. In the case, this question still burns in your heart. With today's technology, we have found the answer, and it's a LinkedIn. It's a LinkedIn for Anthony Guyanimo? What? He's with KBP Brands. I don't quite understand. Can you give me contact, Steam? I need to know. Could it be the dog's dad? What? Check out this. Okay. He works for KBP as a VP of marketing, where the KBP Foods does manufacturing for various corporations, one of which is Yum Brands, the subsidiary holder of KFC. Guys, this is all too complicated. It's all insane. But we carry on. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him a snack. That's terrible. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Let's wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. What do you think? Is there a rabbit running outside? Are we gonna see our professor just maul a rabbit? And if so, cool. Boo-da-boo-boo-da-boo-doo. When you follow his gaze, a squirrel. You see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins to barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt, not only by Terrence but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Cobalt, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see? But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by a sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop. How can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. Oh no. Oh, he's got the little, ghost. Look how much emotional damage he's taken here. That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble, I got yelled at by Pop's mother who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. How did you guys get banned from all these museums? Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. I thought library. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Okay, we've got some whipped cream. What is this, Jell-O with vegetables inside? Possibly ketchup and some, breadsticks? Ugh. Watch, it's gonna turn out that it's actually good. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad that I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off to the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe. Sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or someone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. That's right. You tell her. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you are pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. That's okay, because you have a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his evil counterpart, Ashley. At least it's not his evil counterpart. I mean, there's dogs that have human tier intelligence, so who's not to say that there doesn't exist a talking cantaloupe? As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Cobalt's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Cobalt, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get into your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there's no sound at all. Fess up about your practice dish. I feel like if we ignore it, the dish is gonna burn, and that will maybe debuff us for the final. So let's just say we're making a practice dish, I think. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. Look at that. Look at that chicken pot pie, guys. It's making me hungry. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. Wait, I'm sorry, there's no rules? What is the implication of no rules here? I feel like things are gonna get bloody. Things are gonna get violent. We might lose another student. There is already a death count here. It's kind of insane, honestly. You know, we're just playing this cute, adorable, KFC-inspired dating sim, and there is a dead man. Which is like, whoa. How did we end up here? You know? Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. Alright, let's go. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. Again, this is like a 3-day technical course. I know we call it the Cooking University of Ultimate Deliciousness Academy for Heroes and Justice, but still, it's like a 3-day technical course. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe, fried chicken. I love that he has this chicken staff. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool, special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! I love it. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Blaster. Wait, sorry, best friend Baster Blaster. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Wait, can you eat a sea urchin? I know otters can eat sea urchin. Hold on. Can you eat a sea urchin? Sea urchin, actually called uni, is actually a delicacy in many parts of the world. According to WikiHow, anyway. I don't know if I believe that, but according to WikiHow, it is. I don't know if I trust it though. Fascinating. I'm just like, whoa. Let's rock and ride. Wait, is he admitting to doing taking performance enhancing drugs? Is he just all hopped up on steroids? Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Jello personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? That's true. Yeah, this is the first time he's ever spoken English. It's the singularity as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. Again, did they just kill a fellow student? That's 2 students dead. If we assume that unplugging Clank is murdering him. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's most certainly evil magic? No. Cast a spell, do it the hard way. We gotta do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Cobalt. Oh, he believes in me. Well, I believe in you, Colonel Sanders. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Cobalt. Ever since we were little kids. Because I'm your best friend forever. Phrasing? Wait, what did I say? Doing things the hard way? There's an actual Colonel Sanders quote about that they keep referencing during this game, which is pretty funny. But welcome back, Guardian. Something like that. I mean, again, it's like, I say something and then immediately forget. It's the life of a streamer. I don't know what I say on stream. Just got back, have you dated everyone? No, the game is really just pushing me towards Colonel Sanders. I don't know why. Maybe I would like to pursue another plot line, but the game's like, no. Colonel Sanders is best girl. You must romance him. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Or, Miriam, if you're here cheering, who's driving the plane? Railroading is sad, I know, right? They're like, no, Maybe you want to romance your childhood best friend Miriam. No, only Colonel Sanders. Maybe you want to romance the rival Ashley. No, only Colonel Sanders. Maybe you want to be prepared for the robot uprising by romancing Clank. No, only Colonel Sanders. It's like the KFC equivalent of just Monica. Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. Miriam, no! Those aren't spices! That's weed!
Aha!
It's the secret ingredient! However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get an eye of newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up in a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? No? I'm sorry, Steve. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. Oh, he's gonna get mad and attack us. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Ha! Yeah, you guessed it, sort of. If you are here, then would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel the spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand, it's kind of like that time in monster school that I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. He finally gets it. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. We're gonna become the super chef. Give up and drop out of culinary school. Now let's summon extra power. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns I was making a joke about Super Saiyan and then they just went there. I love it. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Cobalt. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. He's done this twice. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their whole lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time. Which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Cobalt. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders has decided that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right behind you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? The dog said that there are no rules. Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. Also, the dog said there was no rules. So I don't think we need to care about I don't think we need to care about following the rules. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders that you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment that everyone's been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? I think they got murdered. From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee, I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop, hanging off the broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. Looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing as how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCS AL history, but it's certainly not yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow we must have gone unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester of 3 whole days. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup. My word! It's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny narutomaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And even some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. In a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with this much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. I knew you could do it, Miriam. I always believed in you. Thank you, Cobalt, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with the spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles! A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Urgh. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it so difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount implicitly. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up the bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog. I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm the agitated tongue. Next student. Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Oh. Isn't the thing that like Turkish delight is actually disgusting? I want to say I've heard that. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, Cobalt? I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we're having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. Goodness. If food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best. This time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either! Look at her crazy eyes, guys. Like, really, that is... She is gonna go after somebody with that knife. This class gets much smaller. I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. Two chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 years of dog life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, you pass, you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Ow, 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 ow. Because of lazy writing, you win. Exactly. I mean, it is kind of funny, honestly. Just be like, hey, you and Colonel Sanders, you're so good that you passed the entire class. We really dragged up that average. That wasn't even like we got 100%. That was like we got like 10,000% on the exam. Which is kind of impressive, honestly. I kind of love it. Bum bum ba da bum bum ba bum ba da bum ba ba. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley Tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. Okay, I've got to ask, you know, what turn of events would have written that into the bylaws? Like, and this is just poor student. I can't believe we just keep abusing poor student, guys. It's really heartbreaking, honestly. I feel really bad for him. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, okay. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Poor student. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. I love that it's Pop and not Colonel Sanders. That's so funny. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat, a crown. Welcome back, Pop. I knew you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. Miriam, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events. An offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess, or maybe a queen. I'm not sure even he knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, baby. Crowns and gowns. I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist! So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze. Okie dokie. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Oh my goodness, guys. He just looks fine there. Like, oh yeah. He's got like a pen in his pocket. He's not wearing his apron. He's chilling out a little bit. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man, not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Okay, so what does he all cook? He's cooked the chicken, he's cooked the mashed potatoes, biscuits, and our coleslaw. He stole our coleslaw. That bastard. That sexy bastard. Chicken man. Oh wait, the end. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Cobalt, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know. Just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you'd expect to find in such a lucky person? I love that he's all stressed. Are we gonna shoot him down again? Off the top of my head, I don't know. Spicy musk, tidy goatee, a degree from the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It's truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I'd love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Cobalt. Oh my goodness, guys. Colonel Sanders is a workaholic. How sweet. We'll work together and we'll play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help, and besides, based on your time at school here, do you think running restaurants is the best path forward? Is he gonna shoot us down? Could it be? You've found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. I think the punchline is gonna be that he respects us more as a chef than as running a restaurant. Can you live with only half of him? Would you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh dear, Cobalt. I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. He doesn't think you're good enough. He doesn't. I guess I must have failed. Too hard. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. KFC presents a PSYOP production. I was laughing so hard when I saw that earlier. And now we get to watch the opening animation. The rivals, best friend, Professor Dog. So am I gonna have to look to see if we got a bad end? I think I probably will. I wonder if we made some wrong choices. Possibly breaking my hand in the biscuit mixer was the thing. Hold on, what if I try to load the game here? I'm cute. First bite, second bite. So we have unlocked everything. So let's go back, and I'm curious. Let's see. Let's see what we get here. I know, right? Let's celebrate reaching the end of this dating sim. I love you, Colonel Sanders. Multiple paths. Hold on, did we get a bad ending? Was this game created by KFC? I think it was like an advertisement for them. You know, let's check the Wikipedia page. I'm curious, it'll probably say, I love you, Colonel Sanders. It's a dating sim developed by PSYOP, which is funny considering this was... Yes, it was commissioned by KFC. So it is an advertisement or a PSYOP. It received a lukewarm response from professional reviewers. Lack of emotional depth and over-reliance on zaniness. Compared unfavorably to other goofy dating sims like How to Fool Boyfriend and Nameless. Less of a game and more of a marketing stunt. I mean, I thought it was fun. I wonder if the clown has his own game. That'd be interesting. I don't think so. Also, you know, Wendy's. I could see that being a thing that Wendy's would do with all their, you know, the marketing endings. So there are endings. Okay. I love you, Colonel Sanders. Endings. Game over. Stay in bed forever. Game over. Offer Sprinkles a beef treat. Game over. Fail the pop quiz. Game over. Suggest making steak tartare. Game over. Get between the Colonel and Ashley. Game over. Wait, let Ashley remain a chicken? Give up and drop out of culinary school. Receive a coupon for a complimentary side and soda upgrade. Okay, so there's apparently more paths than this. Ending. Win love but not respect as a chef. Ending. Become the Colonel's partner for business and romance and adopt the spork monster. Okay, well, you know what? We apparently can't get the best ending on the first try. It seems like we maybe got the normal ending. I wonder if the best ending probably involves not picking that fight and breaking our hand because we were too horny for Colonel Sanders, and then we decide to use the stand mixer to make our biscuits. Like a lunatic. No, they'll be too tough then. I can't believe it. That being said, maybe we'll have to come back to this at some point. I don't know. Might be a one-off thing where we speed through to the best scenario. Or it might just be like, hey, like when I played Doki Doki Literature Club, where I'm like, let's go for 100%, and then I haven't picked it up since. We completed one run through, right? What more do they want? That being said, it is getting a bit late here. So, I think that we are going to raid out. But before we do all that, congratulations to Bells for the first, to the Guardian for the second, and to Not the Big Boss for third. And thank you again to Will for the raid. I will be back tomorrow morning and we'll be playing some Animal Crossing. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be in some amount of hours. 8 hours? That sounds about right. 9 hours? I don't know. Some amount of hours. Check the schedule. It'll say. Thanks for the stream, Cobalt. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders with me for Valentine's Day. It was fun. I had a good time. I hope you guys did too. You know, the game review critics might have said it was mediocre, but it was funny. And I think that's the important thing. Let's see who's doing what tonight, shall we? Let's see what the people are up to. Are we gonna have to play another one of these meme dating sims, like How to Fool Boyfriend or something, at some point in the future? Maybe I'll throw it in for Follower's Choice one of these days. It was amazing. I mean, just look how hot Colonel Sanders is there. It's just, it is so much fun. Do we want to see if somebody else is playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders tonight? Yeah, let's see if there's another VTuber playing it. I Love You, Colonel Sanders. And let's find a VTuber. And... Wait, is somebody going for unlocking all the endings? Let's see what this person's doing. Yeah, sure. Let's raid this person tonight. I think they're on the same path that we are, but maybe not. As always, we do have some raid messages. If you have the sub emotes, please feel free to use this one. And if not, please feel free to use this one. And thank you all for coming, everybody. I hope you all have a great evening, a great morning, a great afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. And I hope to see you next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.